Hey guys, my name is Shai and this is Evermind Tarot Scopes. Although this video is not a tarot scope video, this video is about the Cancer North Node. Also for you if your North Node of some other sign is in the 4th house. So this is Cancer in the 4th house, North Node type of stuff. This one is really special, right? The Cancer in 4th house, North Node, because Cancer in the 4th house, that is what is naturally associated with the moon. And the nodes are the lunar nodes, right? So this is like moon energy, lunar energy, goddess energy on steroids. And that's going to be a huge theme here because whenever we have the Cancer Capricorn axis, it's a huge emphasis on goddess and God, right? On the mother, the divine father, wife and husband, feminine, masculine, all of those type of things. It's like a huge emphasis on family and also chaos and order, right? Cancer, because there is a tendency here, I just want to mention right this from the beginning, there is a tendency to kind of over associate Cancer energy with mother energy, with goddess energy, and with feminine energy in general, because there's more to it than that. Cancer is also like primordial chaos. It is like a completely chaotic energy, and it is like the Cancer, I mean the Chariot card in the tarot, right? Balancing these two opposite streams of energy and like riding them out like a river, right? I really associate Cancer energy like a river. And on the other hand, so for you guys, if you're Cancer North Node or 4th house North Node, then you have the South Node is Capricorn. Capricorn being, you know, all of that masculine energy, but also this like structure and time. So you have on the one hand, you have chaos, on the other hand, you have structure and time, chaos and order, right? I think while we're mentioning things that are kind of overly associated with these energies, I will mention that Capricorn energy is overly associated, in my opinion, with tradition, right? With tradition, although it absolutely is traditional, right? There is so much to do with tradition when it comes to Capricorn. But I don't focus too much on that part of it. That is like the least interesting part of Capricorn energy to me. The other thing to mention about Capricorn energy is the focus on legacy, right? The legacy, that's the Capricorn thing with time, focusing on the future, right? So not just focusing on the past and tradition, but focusing on the future and what will be created in the future, what will be left. So with your Cancer North Node, doesn't matter about your gender identity, right? The Cancer North Node, the 4th house North Node is so much about embodying feminine energy, embodying goddess energy, and becoming in tune with your emotions, becoming part of the flow, allowing your emotions to flow, allowing your intuition to flow, allowing your creative process to flow, flow. There's going to be like a million water metaphors in this video because Cancer is about the flow, right? Cancer is about the flow, the rushing river. But also like allowing things to be messy, right? Allowing things to be messy. It's funny, every year in Cancer season, my house becomes like a disaster zone because it's like I lose all ability, or I lose all give a shit, to be honest, about like organizing my house or cleaning my house. And normally I'm all like cleaning, organizing everything, right? Cancer season, it's like just let everything be a big chaotic mess, and it's like revel in that, right? To like revel in the chaos. That's part of the Cancer North Node. But before we talk too much about where you're going, right, with your Cancer or your 4th house North Node, let's take a minute and find out what's going on with your Capricorn South Node. So Capricorn South Node, now we're looking at the low frequency vibes of Capricorn. So this is like, honestly, it's really funny. I feel like when you look up Capricorn stuff on the internet, a lot of the stereotypes are the low frequency Capricorn vibes, but you know, we'll be talking about the high frequency Capricorn vibes in the Capricorn North Node video. So for now, we're going to be focusing on some of these stereotypical Capricorn vibes that are also the low frequency Capricorn vibes. So being a control freak, right? Being a workaholic, being overly structured, for some, thinking about where you've been, thinking about tradition, thinking about inheritance. I mean, I don't really so much mean money, but I mean like what have you inherited culturally from your ancestors? and wanting to maintain that moving forward, thinking about your legacy going forward. How is this going to be received in the future? Trying to build legacy. I mean, that isn't really a low frequency thing in and of itself, but it's if that is overly fixated, right? If you are overly fixated on building an empire, if you are overly fixated on structuring your life for how things will be in the future, it's like being overly future focused. Because Capricorn can be so future focused, because it's interesting. Capricorns essentially are the keepers of time, right? Capricorn energy keeps the time. It keeps the time. It is the keeper of the chronicles. It is the keeper of time. So any fixations on time that cause you stress, right? Overly thinking about time. Like most Capricorns I know are like punctual to like a ridiculous degree, right? So this is probably all very comfortable and normal for you. With Capricorn energy, it can be like choosing career over family, right? Always choosing your career, allowing your family to be sacrificed or to come second, right? Always focusing on things being, it's like, I want, because I want to be very clear on this, because I do feel like so many of the things I'm mentioning aren't necessarily bad in and of themselves, but it's like, when they start to affect your personal life, like when these Capricorn energies, when they start to affect your relationships and your own personal happiness, that's when you know you have a problem. And that's what you're going to be challenged to let go of in this life, right? So being a workaholic, that's going to have to go, right? Being a control freak, right? The puppet master, wanting everything to be organized, wanting everybody to stay in line, right? Wanting everybody to just follow the structure, right? Because Capricorn knows how important structure can be and how important organization can be, because Capricorn doesn't want to be chaos like Cancer, right? Capricorn wants everything to just be worked out, because Capricorn can see and can understand how everything can just fit together so well if everyone would just cooperate and like do what they're supposed to do, right? But obviously if you take that too far, now you have like a dictatorship, and it can go really bad really fast, right? So issues of control, issues of trying to control time, trying to control yourself with time, having really, really high expectations of yourself, right? Capricorn can have like massively high expectations of yourself. Capricorn also can sometimes not know when to quit, because this is like cardinal earth energy, right? Capricorn climbs the mountain. Just think of the sea goat climbing the mountain, right? Capricorn can get so fixed on just keep climbing, just keep climbing, just keep climbing, that sometimes it doesn't know when to stop, right? It doesn't know when to just take a break, to stop and smell the roses. So the Cancer North Node, or the fourth house North Node, is going to be like taking you away from all of this serious face stuff, right? The Cancer North Node is absolutely one of the chill the fuck out North Node journeys, right? I always say that the North Node happens, there's two different types of North Nodes. One is get your shit together, and the other one is chill the fuck out, right? So Cancer North Node is absolutely a chill the fuck out type of journey, right? You're going to be having to learn to relax. You're going to have to learn that some of this is where it's hard. This is where it's so hard, right? You might think, oh, chill the fuck out, just relax, that should be easy, right? No. For a Cancer South Node, chilling out and just relaxing and taking it easy could be one of the most traumatizing things that you ever do, right? Because there's this challenge of looking at all of the things that you value. You value organization, you value structure, you value self-control, right? Even if you don't control others with your Capricorn machinations, right? Maybe you control yourself, like with rigid, absolutely rigid self-control, right? All of these things that you value that bring value to your life, like order and structure, and time and tradition and your legacy and your self-control, all of these things, your Cancer North Node is going to force you to learn maybe those things don't actually matter. And how traumatizing is that, right? When you have to learn that all of the things that you are, that all of the things that you value, it's like learning, it's like, what do you mean? All of these things that I value, all of these things that I know are so important to my life, they don't actually matter? That sucks, right? That sucks. That's why this Cancer North Node process of learning to relax and going with the flow, that's why it is in itself traumatizing. It's because it hits on this thing of what you know is important to you. Your life will teach you that it doesn't actually matter. So really with the Cancer North Node, there can be this like breaking process where you're like broken out of your Capricorn South Node. This could be like your career just going like in the toilet, right? Like going bankrupt. I mean, like these are extreme manifestations of a Cancer North Node, right? This is not like it's going to play out this way for everybody, but something where you are for somehow, some way guided away from career, guided away from success, guided away from organization, structure, and control. And then you find yourself in the chaos. Now you're in Cancer land, and now there's no such thing as time, there's no such thing as organization, there's no such thing as self-control. You're just like riding the river. It is completely chaotic. Everything's out of control. You don't know what's happening anymore. It's just like, whoa, right? It is like crazy, crazy, crazy. And at first it could just seem insane. At first it could just seem like a nightmare. Actually, with the Cancer North Node, this is actually, I would say this is true of all of the water North Nodes. You can feel like your life has completely fallen apart. If this manifests like really suddenly for you, like if you have an outer planet cross across your Cancer North Node, your life could seem like it could fall apart, like it could completely unravel, like everything could just be destroyed. And you could find yourself suddenly in a drastically different life situation, where everything has changed, nothing is the same, nothing makes any sense, you don't know what's happening, you don't know where you are, you don't know who you are anymore, you're just in the chaos, right? You're just in the chaos and you're having to make sense of this. And so this is when your emotions can get out of control with Cancer or 4th house North Node, because you can be like, now like you're just crying. You're just crying, or suddenly you've had like a spiritual awakening and suddenly you're way more psychic, way more intuitive, and like you're seeing and hearing things and you don't know what's going on. And now it's like suddenly you're more emotional than you used to be, and it's like everything is overwhelming, and now you're in chaos and your life is in chaos, you don't know how to handle it. And you can really judge yourself here, because you could go, wow, not only has my life fallen apart, but I have fallen apart. Like, how have I become like this? You can feel like you've become the thing you always hated. You can feel like you've become the thing you never wanted to be, because now you're like this like emotional mess. And to be clear, this is not where you stay. This is a phase that you go in. This is when your Cancer North Node is kind of activated, right? Your Cancer North Node is activated in this way. Then as you get used to this, you become like a master at whitewater rafting. Right? At just like going with the flow, and no matter how crazy it gets, you know that you can maintain your balance. Cancer 4th house North Node is you finding your emotional balance no matter how crazy shit gets, right? Just being able to go, okay, we got like classified rapids and it's a hurricane. I got this. I'm just going to ride this out, because you know that you are so balanced that nothing can ever toss you again, because it's like you've been through the storm. And guess what? Now you are the eye of the storm. Now you're riding the chariot down the rapids, right? You ride the chariot. So it's really, and that's actually when your life starts to click back into place. Your life starts to click back into place after you find your inner balance. So you go through this emotional awakening, the spiritual awakening, the psychic awakening, and your life goes crazy and you're in the chaos, but then you find, oh, I've regained my sense of balance. And guess what? Now I'm so much more balanced than I've ever been. Because it used to be balanced in the Capricorn sense of I have self-control and I control my environment. And that's how Capricorn has balance. But when you explore your Cancer North Node, and gain this inner balance, because you understand that now, okay, now I'm just running out into the unknown. I'm going out into the unknown. I have no idea. So this is the other thing I don't think I quite mentioned or articulated very clearly. Capricorn South Node wants to understand the future, wants to have a specific plan about where you are going. That's what I was trying to get at, I think, when I was talking about future legacy, right? Really, it's Capricorn South Node really wants to predict the future, wants to know exactly where you're going. Capricorn does not like the unknown. Cancer is all about rushing into the unknown with like no plan, right? So you'll know you're making progress on your Cancer North Node journey when suddenly you're just like, yeah, bring on the unknown. I'm just going to run out head first, guns blazing into the unknown. I don't need a plan. I don't need a plan. Capricorn South Node, if you can wake up one morning and realize that you don't need a plan and you don't need to know what's happening next, and you're actually kind of excited about that, you're actually kind of excited about just running into the unknown, you don't know what's happening, that's when you know, right? That's when you know that you've gained that sense of inner balance. And this is where it gets really cool, because then there's the kickback effect where all of this emotional, crazy, chaotic exploration of Cancer that you've done, when it finally kicks back into your Capricorn South Node, that is like massive life transformation, like massive, massive balance, because it's interesting. The Capricorn Cancer axis is just so like foundational. It's almost like yin and yang itself, because that's why people always talk about it's like, you know, feminine and masculine, right? So when you have balanced out the Cancer Capricorn nodes, the Cancer Capricorn axis, right? That has actually that is like so impactful. I would almost say that's more impactful than any of the other axes, right? Because you have actually brought balance to all areas of your life, because this is the cardinal north and south node, right? Like, the solstices happen on the Cancer Capricorn axis. This is a big deal type of axis. This is a big deal type of energy. It's like all encompassing of everything. Capricorn at the top, Cancer at the bottom, and it encompasses everything. So when you've fully explored chaos, yin, then it kicks back into Capricorn, yang, the yin yang. Now you are a complete yin yang, and now you can have balance in literally every area in your life. And this will actually like empowers all of that Capricorn stuff. So say Capricorn wants to have a successful career, right? Well, so if you had your career dissolve and then you ran screaming out into the void in your Cancer North node, then you find, wow, that actually eventually makes your career so much more successful, because you don't actually need to do everything the hard way. The Capricorn way would be doing everything the old-fashioned business way, having a business plan, doing everything by the book type of thing, like really like having this big business structure, right? But maybe for you guys with the Cancer North node, oh, you actually just kind of run your business intuitively, and maybe you do it from home, and maybe you don't really have any employees. Maybe it's just a one-woman business. But it's like you don't need all that big structure anymore. You don't need to have an empire. Or, you know, maybe you do build it up that way, because now you have the possibility to harmonize Cancer and Capricorn, and that's what you've done. And so you can build up from your like small one-person business that you're running intuitively, and then Capricorn can come back online and build it up into this like goddess empire, right? Really, if I were to give you a word for Cancer North node, fully balanced out with the Capricorn South node, that would be like, it's like the goddess empire. The goddess empire. So this is like massive, massive potential. You just got to get okay with like running into chaos, operating without a plan, understanding that you are the inner balance inside of you, and that's all the balance that you need. And then everything can just start working out, because eventually this is like the hermetic marriage, like the divine marriage of the goddess and the god, of the feminine, of the masculine, of the yin and the yang put together. So super massive, powerful potential here. You just got to get through your fear of the unknown and drop out of all desire for control, which might be easy for some people, but is not going to be easy for you with the Capricorn South node, right? It's just not. So you face the fear of the unknown, charge ahead and chill out. Can you charge ahead into the unknown while you're completely relaxed? That's when you know you've made it, right? That's when you know you've made it. So I think that's it for Cancer and 4th house North node. Make sure to watch your other video, right? Because you want to watch the sign and the house of your North node. And if you want to connect more deeply with me, you can check out my original channel where I do more esoteric spiritual content for starseeds and lightworkers. I also have an Etsy shop where I do astrology readings. You know, I could go into more detail about your North node with you, and I do regular tarot readings, all kinds of different stuff on there, changing it up all the time. So I'll talk to you guys later. Bye.